Minecraft is a game I'm sure everyone has heard about at some point in their lives, whether it be through friends talking about it at school, playing it yourself, or watching people play it online. For me, it was playing it with my brother on our PlayStation 3, struggling to even play survival mode and making what we thought were the most beautiful creations ever on creative mode. And it's honestly an amazing game where you can just create almost anything you can imagine. Minecraft is a game that's just had a huge impact on a lot of people's lives, and I honestly just love it. Hey, do y'all remember Dream SMP? The Dream SMP was a survival multiplayer Minecraft server that consisted of a lot of popular YouTubers at the time of 2020 when COVID was making us all stay inside or else we would die from getting sick. It had people like Dream, who hosted the server, Tommy in it, Philza, Technoblade, and Wilbur Soot. Oh boy. It's honestly a kind of cool, but also kind of weird phenomenon that happened on the internet and probably won't happen again. And you had little old 15-year-old me watching these streams instead of getting my schoolwork done. One thing that made the Dream SMP different from a lot of other Minecraft servers is that it wasn't just a bunch of people doing Let's Plays, it had its own lore. That's right, we had ourselves Five Nights at Freddy's and Poppy Playtime levels of lore in this thing. The people in the Dream SMP would roleplay amongst each other while in the server as like their own characters, just doing honestly whatever they felt like. Tubbo was a leader of his own nation, Technoblade was an anarchist, and Wilbur Soot had sex with a fish. I'm not even joking on that last part. Apparently the fish gave birth to Fundy, and that fox guy is like Wilbur's neglected kid in there or something.
When you're the boss's son, there are no boundaries, you know. Say what you want.
There are no boundaries. When your mom's a salmon, what can they do?
What?
Well, you don't know.
When your mum...
Your mum was the salmon? No.
No, I didn't.
There's no women in Lemanberg, and
Yeah?
well, you know, like if Wilbur's, you know, it takes two to.
Go, no, please, no, continue, please.
My introduction into the Dream SMP was from my brother when he introduced me to Technoblade. Technoblade had this very dry sense of humor, and also very good comedic timing. He was also just a very genuine guy and very calm a lot of the time.
Alright, here we go. Old sword, bam. 12,000 damage. New sword, bam. 13.6. That barely went up at all. Oh wait, I forgot to reforge it.
After I watched almost every video on Technoblade's channel twice, my brother ended up introducing me to the Dream SMP. Now, before this, I knew who Dream was. I saw his manhunts and a couple speed runs, but I didn't really care a whole lot for him or the Dream SMP, up until my brother was like, "Hey dude, Technoblade's joining the game." At that point, I watched Techno's live streams and his VODs, and I got introduced to the people like Tommy in it, Philza, and Tubbo, and the whole group. After a while, the Dream SMP craze started to calm down a little bit, and people were streaming videos and making VODs a little bit less. I hadn't seen a whole lot of Technoblade either, and I started to wonder what he was up to. That was until he posted this video.
So in the last few days of July, I noticed that my right arm was starting to hurt a decent amount, and I thought my best guess was that it was some kind of repetitive stress injury, because, you know, I've been playing video games since the age of like 5, pretty much non-stop. I was going to get carpal tunnel at some point, but I took a few days to rest my arm, and it really didn't feel any better after that. And so after a few days of that, I looked at myself in the mirror and I noticed that my right shoulder was starting to swell like crazy, and I was like, oh my god, I must have broken a bone. It looked crazy. So, you know, the next day, August 2nd, I headed over to the doctor to see what was wrong, and they ran a couple of scans, and then they came back and they told me that the reason my arm hurts is because I have cancer.
Technoblade was diagnosed with cancer. As a fan of his, I was super worried about him, but he did reassure his audience and fan base that he was going to be okay and that he was going through the right treatments to help fight it. But from this point, he would still upload only a couple times, and do collabs with a lot of the other people who were on the Dream SMP as well. And eventually, with the Dream SMP getting closer to its end, Technoblade sadly passed away due to the cancer on June 30th of 2022, leaving behind his amazing legacy for everyone. His father, who everyone calls Techno Dad, is now in charge of the channel, and he keeps it like an everlasting memorial online for his son, and it's honestly pretty great. Technoblade is probably my favorite YouTuber that's ever been on the platform, and is honestly an inspiration to me and probably a lot of others. I hold Technoblade on a high pedestal when it comes to my respect for him. It's just because of how he went about being a YouTuber. He was funny, he was kind, he was also very genuine whenever serious topics came up, especially when ones where normally people would be worried at times. Technoblade was honestly just one of the best people who I think had ever been on YouTube. He was just such a great person all around when it comes to everything that I saw him doing, and I just really wanted this segment to be as good as possible for him, to show how much respect I hold him to, and I really hope I've made it clear how much I love him as a creator and as a person. He's honestly a huge inspiration. And with this segment now ending, it's time to carry on to the rest of this era of Minecraft on how it carried on without him. So the Dream SMP ended with Tubbo nuking the entire server, killing everyone, and just apparently resetting the universe or something.
Hey man, what's up? Hey.
Who are you?
Why is that guy staring at me? Do you want to make a base or something?
I think they were gonna like restart the series, maybe, and give everyone new characters or something. I wasn't really watching it anymore, and it still confuses me when I look back at it today. I also decided to make a video about this whole thing just because yesterday one of my friends mentioned that they found their old L'Manberg flag that they bought forever ago, and they just found it like lying around in their closet or something. But after the nuke and everything, the Dream SMP just kind of ended, and it left a lot of fans asking what was going to happen next. For a while, it wasn't really a whole lot, just all of the YouTubers going back to their usual thing of making and creating videos. At that point, after some time had passed, a new thing started to appear on the horizon. The QSMP is a newer SMP that was run by Quackity, who was also a part of the Dream SMP. And the QSMP's thing that made it unique is that it was for people who spoke different languages. There was a translator within the server that helped allow people who spoke different languages to understand each other. In the QSMP, we had returning members like Philza, Wilbur Soot, Charlie Slimesicle, and a bunch of new members like the other content creators from around the world who spoke other languages, and also Dan TDM from the Diamond Minecart, and Jaden Animations, what the? In the QSMP, everyone was divided into pairs and given a little egg to look after, The egg itself was like an actual player, and it was kind of like role-playing as these weird walking, I guess, talking with signs kind of egg things that each of them had their own personalities. It was honestly kind of interesting and cool. Wilbur Soot eventually couldn't stream and play Minecraft a whole lot more because he was in a band and apparently was going on tour, so I guess congrats to that. So he left his egg named Tallulah, I think they changed it to Lula for some reason, with Philza for him to look after in the server. Charlie Slimesicle also became an egg at some point. I don't remember why, but the name of his egg persona was named Gag, and Gag is the best character to ever come out of any form of fictional media. You can fight me in the comments. I will be ready for you. I didn't really pay attention a whole lot, and I don't remember what exactly happened next. I kind of stopped keeping up with it after there's like a smiley face guy and a bunch of glitch monsters, and the eggs got stolen, I think, a couple of times. Also, Wilbur was accused and confirmed to be physically abusive to his partner. Yeah, so while the QSMP was going on, a bunch of stuff went down that I don't want to get super into out of respect for the victim in the situation, but basically someone came out and explained that while in a relationship with Wilbur, he was physically abusive towards them, apparently with biting, like specifically biting for some reason. But then Wilbur came out with a post that confirmed a lot of what she had said, saying that it was true in a weird half-ass apology kind of way. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember that it was really kind of bad way of apologizing. Also, I just wanted to say that while I was looking for the tweet, I found this other one made by a Wilbur stan, and they were defending him by saying like, "Oh, at least it wasn't as bad as the Holocaust, right, guys? Right, guys?" But yeah, because of that, I never checked to confirm, but I'm pretty sure Quackity posted a video explaining that Wilbur was getting kicked out of the QSMP because of that. Speaking of QSMP drama, let's bring up the beef that Dream had apparently with that, shall we? Apparently, Dream also had an idea similar to Quackity's to make an SMP for people who spoke different languages, all the way down to like having a translator kind of device within the server. Dream would name this server the United SMP. For some reason, he was not a huge fan that both came up with the same idea or something, and he like started posting a bunch of tweets about how it hurt his feelings or something. I don't remember the specifics. I'll just explain it in this clip from a Tommy Innit video.
Yes, it's done! A Minecraft server to combine multiple communities, my communities together, and bring the world together. This is an amazing idea!
Hey, I don't like that idea. It's actually my idea, not yours.
That doesn't... Okay, that's fine.
You destroyed our friendship, telling everybody, tell everyone.
Okay, I don't want to do this right now.
Posted it.
What?
Too late now, too late. History.
Why would you do that?
No, it's no hate, though, man. It's no hate. It's just love, man. It's just love. I think you're a bad person, that's all, but it's no
That's
hate.
just an insane response to this.
Also, apparently Dream was like selling overpriced plushies that were of his character, but his character is just a little doodad with a smiley face, and I think he was charging like somewhere between $50 for them. That's kind of crazy. Speaking of that Tommy Innit clip, let's talk about Tommy Innit and his drama with Dream, because apparently no one is safe from this. So for some reason, Tommy Innit and Dream both started posting videos basically yelling at each other and accusing each other of different things, and they were just yelling at each other on Twitter too for some reason. I don't remember why, but I remember that it just felt really immature, and yeah, that was when I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of step away from this community. I kind of just decided to just push the Minecraft community to the side and just only continue watching a selected few. I think one of the only ones I remember not unsubscribing to was Philza, but that was after the QSMP was canceled. Yeah, so apparently the QSMP was canceled. I don't remember why exactly, but it was. And when I was watching Philza, he was just going back to his normal survival Let's Plays. But when I was watching it, I remember he looked really tired of just all of the crap that was happening at that point, and I honestly don't blame him. I would be too. Another one of the people from Dream SMP who I'm still subscribed to is Slimesicle, but he really just does his own thing, not just Minecraft videos, so I feel like he's in the clear for that one. Hey guys, it's Fridge, also known as Will. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, but I hope the wait was worth it for this one. This is a lot different than any of the other videos I've ever posted, and I kinda wish to start making more videos like this. I'm not gonna stop doing the gaming videos. I just want to branch out and do more content, so if you enjoyed this and want to see more videos like this, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.